I know I should call CPS. I know. There's not a reason not to. But I don't want to. This kid, I don't know how to explain it, but something about him makes me stop and put down the phone every time I try. But I can't just keep a random kid, can I? They're not like puppies. There are things you have to do for kids, all sorts of laws about that sort of thing, right? Let me start from the beginning. A few days ago, I had a guy in to check my house for pests. Pretty standard stuff, really. He walked around, tapping on walls for a while, making sure there were no termites anywhere. Then he went to check the roof. A minute or so later, I heard this huge crash from the hallway, right outside my bedroom. Of course, I ran to check what it was. And I see a leg poking out of my ceiling. Turns out the guy tripped. Of course, since plaster isn't really built to hold a fully grown man's weight, he almost went right through. Good thing he caught himself on a beam before that happened. Anyway, now I have this to deal with. It's not too bad. The light still turns on, so I just need to wait for someone to come around and fix it. No big deal, right? That was until that night. I'm a bit of a restless sleeper, so usually I get up for snacks or a drink through the night. When I did, I saw something totally weird. There was a kid's face staring at me from the hole. No, not some creepy kid with her hair covering her face or shiny glowing red eyes or something. Just a normal, kinda dirty looking kid. At first I thought it was a hallucination, but even after I blinked and looked away and back again, the kid was still there. Eventually I called out to him, asking if he was all right. He didn't respond, but he reached out to me with both arms. I was scared he would fall out of the hole, so I ran to grab a stepladder, and I really gently lifted him down. The whole time he didn't make a sound. Actually, it's been a few days since then, and he still hasn't said anything. That's not the only weird thing. He refuses to use utensils at mealtime, even though I've shown him how a bunch of times. Plus, he keeps turning off lights before going into rooms rather than turning them on, but doesn't seem to have any trouble seeing what he's doing. And at night, I keep hearing this weird hissing coming from his room. It stops when I knock on the door, then starts up again a few minutes later. The most unnerving thing is his staring. Whenever he's not doing anything else, he just stares up at me. I don't know what he's thinking, or why I haven't called anyone about this. I haven't even been allowed to tell my family or friends. Hopefully he doesn't mind me talking about this situation anonymously. Last night, he was standing over me, 1 foot planted each side of my chest. I woke up to see him staring at me. I can't take it. No matter where I go, he's there. I can't even leave this house. I can't tell anyone about him. And I don't know why. I can't do anything but care for him anymore. It hurts to look away long enough to type this. Something's wrong with him. Or is something wrong with me? I don't know anymore. It's all right. It's all right to sit alone at home, laptop in your lap, humming with a faint glow beaming at you. It's all right to sit there for hours on end until bed, then wake up and repeat. Every day. This is all right. What else is a trust fund for, right? You remember what made you realize it, not getting people, and vice versa. The silent, wide-eyed stares as you walk down the street, the anxiety, the knowledge, so certain in your mind that everyone hated you. So you stopped going out. You had your TV, your laptop, your high-speed internet, your heat, and you could order your groceries online. You never guessed what this would eventually lead to. All things considered, you never really could have. The first year passed fine enough. The video games were fun, and the pirated movies and the e-books satisfied you. The bitterness was still there, though. In your core, the loneliness, the dull ache for human contact in the physical realm. More video games solved that. Before you knew it, it was 10 years later. The first 6 years the usual. Internet all day, sleep all night, then do it all over again. Order groceries every 2 weeks. Then the 7th year, you didn't need to sleep anymore. Then the 8th year and onward, you didn't need to eat either. You haven't gotten up or blinked in years. All that exists now is the hum, the glow of the screen, taking it all in, the information. The sheer frickin' amount of it is intoxicating. Your days now are filled with a hunger that could devour the stars and the pain that could rival hell. The hunger that is ever so sated whenever you go to another part of the internet. It is something else. It's hungry too. You can feel it, reading through all the articles and tweets and posts. The more you take in, the more it takes out of you, eating away, digging like cockroaches in your brain constantly, making you hungry, but biting into you. Deep down you know that's why you don't eat anymore, why you don't sleep, why you couldn't move even if you wanted to, why you aren't even really human anymore. Sometimes you catch a glimpse of it. You see brief patterns in what you read on the computer, clicking back and forth constantly. You see intelligence. You see life. Most of all, you see the ruthless joy and appetite. It takes you until the 7th year to realize, when your body is practically rotted through, but still living, you, still staring at the screen of the computer that is somehow still running, still powered, in an apartment that is still standing and left alone. You realize that's what's out there. What exists in the information is far bigger than you thought and is utterly in control. You know by now that you'll never be let go. You wish you could scream. Melissa doesn't want to go down into the basement. She might be 18, but she's still scared of the dark. It doesn't help that the light bulb only illuminates a small portion of the room. It only reaches the last step. She takes a deep breath and takes a step. The aging wood creaks. The stairs are wobbly, threatening to fall apart under her weight. Melissa carefully makes her way down. She keeps her eyes on her shifting feet. One wrong step, and she could fall. At last, she makes it to the bottom. Melissa sighs in relief and reaches for the rusty light string, only to grasp something soft and slick, something oily, something thick, something that feels like hair. Poor Melissa. She really should have looked up on her way down. lovely lilies. Thank you so much for watching the new video. If you can, hit that subscribe and like button, comment below and tell me your thoughts. Also, don't forget to tap the little notification bell so you're always in the know on this channel. As well, guys, you can always find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and always you can hit me up in my emails. Feel free to send me your stories, whether they're fiction or totally true. I'm always up for some great stories. And oh, by the way, until next time, sweet dreams.